हेलो एवरीवन। आज के इस वीडियो लेक्चर में हम क्लास 10th के चैप्टर नंबर 1 दैट इज लीनियर इक्वेशन इन टू वेरिएबल के प्रैक्टिस सेट 1.2 को डिस्कस करेंगे। फर्स्ट वी विल डिस्कस हाउ टू प्लॉट द ग्राफ फॉर एनी लीनियर इक्वेशन इन टू वेरिएबल एंड देन we'll proceed with the practice set 1.2. I hope you enjoy this video. So without any further delay, we'll start with the lecture. So before starting with the practice set 1.2, we will look at how to plot the graph for any linear equation in two variable. I have taken an example from your book, a solved example, that is 2x minus y is equal to 4. This is a linear equation in two variable. We will solve this and we will plot the graph of this equation on the graph paper. Now how do we do this? The very first step is to find ordered pair. Now how do we do this? If I take x as 0 in this particular equation, then the equation will be 2 multiplied with 0 minus y is equal to 4, which means minus y is equal to 4, which implies y is equal to minus 4. It means if I take x as 0 for this particular equation, the value of y should be minus 4. So I have the coordinate as 0 comma minus 4. So this is my first ordered pair. We can also say that this is a point whose coordinates are 0 comma minus 4. Now similarly, in the second place, I will take y as 0. If I take y as 0, then the equation will be 2x minus 0 is equal to 4, which means 2x is equal to 4, which implies x is equal to 2. So for this particular equation, if the value of y is taken as 0, then x should be 2. Therefore the coordinates are 2 comma 0. I hope this is clear to you. Now we will find two more ordered pair. So for this, if I take y as 4, so the equation will be 2x minus 4 is equal to 4. Shift this minus 4 on the other side, then the equation will be 2x is equal to 4 plus 4 will be 8, then x is equal to 4. So if the value of y is 4, then x will also be 4. Coordinates are written as 4 comma 4. Now I'll find one more ordered pair. So for this, if I take x as 6, then the equation will be 2 into 6 minus y is equal to 4, which means 12 minus y is equal to 4. Now shift this minus y on the other side and shift this 4 on the left hand side. So 12 minus 4 is equal to y, which means y is equal to 8. Y is equal to 8. So value of y is 8. Coordinates are 6 comma 8. Now what we will do is, we have 4 points, 0 comma minus 4, 2 comma 0, 4 comma 4 and 6 comma 8. I will plot all these points on the graph. So we'll change the color. I take it as black. The first point is 0 comma minus 4. Y coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is minus 4. So this point, this is 0 comma minus 4. This is the first point. The second point is 2 comma 0. So x is plus 2. This point is 2 comma 0. The third point is 4 comma 4. So x is 4 and y is 4. So exactly at this point, this is 4 comma 4. The fourth point is 6 comma 8. So x coordinate is 6 and y coordinate is 8. So if I mark this point, this is 6 comma 8. Now what we do is, we join all the points. So I will use this tool. Now while joining the points, what you need to check is, all the points should lie on the same line. The points should lie on the same line. Accuracy is very important. All the points should lie on the same line, like this. Now I can say that this particular line represents 2x minus y is equal to 4. This line represents this equation 2x minus y is equal to 4. Now if you have watched the previous videos, in that I have already discussed that the graph of any linear equation is always a straight line. It is always a straight line. Remember this point, graph will always be straight line. This is how we plot the graph for any linear equation in two variable. Now in this particular practice set, what we will do is we will find the solution of simultaneous equations using graphical method. Now in graphical method, what we do is we plot the graph for the given equations and then we identify the point of intersection. The coordinates of the point of intersection are the solution itself. We'll look into this in the practice set. The very first question in your practice set is actually an activity. In this activity, you have two equations. First is x plus y is equal to 3 and the second equation is x minus y is equal to 4. Now we have two tables in which few values are given to you and we need to find the unknown values. First we'll look at the first equation. In the first column they have given x is equal to 3. So we need to find the value of y. But if you look at this, they have already given x comma y is equal to 3 comma 0. So I can directly say y is equal to 0 for this case. Now if you look at the third column, y is given to you as 3 and you need to find x. But here in the last row, x comma y is given as 0 comma 3. So x ka value is directly 0. Now we look at the second column in which they have given y is equal to 5. So y will be taken as 5. The equation was x plus y is equal to 3. I will replace y with 5. So x plus 5 is equal to 3, which means x is equal to 3 minus 5. So x is equal to minus 2. X is equal to minus 2. X will be minus 2 and the coordinates are minus 2 comma 5. I hope this is clear to you. Now moving on to the next equation, that is x minus y is equal to 4. If you look at the third column, everything is done for you. We'll look at the first column now. It says y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0. Y should be taken as 0. So at the first place, I'll copy the equation x minus y is equal to 4. If I put y is equal to 0, then the equation is x minus 0 is equal to 4, which implies x is equal to 4. So in this particular example, x will be 4 and the coordinates will be written as 4 comma 0. I hope this is clear to you. Now looking at the second example in which x is given to you as minus 1. X is given to you as minus 1. So again I'll copy the equation x minus y is equal to 4. I will replace x with minus 1. So minus 1 minus y is equal to 4. Shift this minus y on the other side and shift this 4 on the left hand side. So minus 1 minus 4 is equal to y. So therefore y is equal to minus 5. Y is equal to minus 5. The coordinates are minus 1 comma minus 5. I hope this is clear to you. The question says complete the following table to draw a graph of the equations. Now we will plot the graph for the two equations. First of all, what we will do is we will plot the graph for the first equation, that is x plus y is equal to 3. In this, the first coordinate is given to you as 3 comma 0. So 3 comma 0, x coordinate is 3. So this point, this is 3 on the x axis. So this is the first required point. This is actually 3 comma 0. The second point is minus 2 comma 5. So x coordinate is minus 2. This is minus 2 on the x axis and the y coordinate is 5. Exactly between 4 and 6. This is 5. So if I mark this point is nothing but minus 2 comma 5. And the last coordinate is 0 comma 3. X coordinate is 0 and y is plus 3. So on the positive y axis, if I mark this point exactly between 4 and 2, this is 3. So this is my required point whose coordinates are 0 comma 3. Now what we will do is we will join all the points in such a way that all the points lie on the line like this. I'll draw a line which passes through all the lines. Accuracy is important. I'll extend this in this direction. Make sure that the points lie on the same line. Yes, fine. Now this particular line represents the first equation. So we'll write this line represents x plus y is equal to 3. I hope this is clear to you. Now for convenience, I'll erase the coordinates. I'll erase the coordinates. I'll remove 5 and 3, and again at this point I'll remove this 3. Now moving on to the next equation, that is x minus y is equal to 4. I'll plot the graph for this. The first coordinate is 4 comma 0. So on the x-axis, if I mark this point, at this point, this is 4 comma 0. The next point is minus 1 comma minus 5. So x coordinate is minus 1. Exactly between 0 and minus 2, this is minus 1, and y coordinate is minus 5. So minus 5, exactly between minus 4 and minus 6, we have minus 5. Wait, I'll write minus 5 on the right hand side. This is your minus 5. So exactly this point, this is minus 1 comma minus 5. Now the last point is 0 comma minus 4. So x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is minus 4. So on the negative side of the y axis, this is minus 4. So this point is 0 comma minus 4. Now what we will do is we will join all the points in such a way that all the points lie on the line like this. Make sure that the points lie on the line. Fine. Now this line represents the second equation, so I will write x minus y is equal to 4. Now again I'll erase the coordinates so that I can explain you. I'll erase all the coordinates. Now if you look at this, if you look at the graph, the first line represents the first equation and the second line represents the second equation, but there is a point of intersection. If you look at this particular point is point of intersection. If you find the coordinates of the point of intersection, that is x comma y, so this will be the solution of the given pair of equation. Now in this particular activity, they have not asked us to find the value of x and y. It simply says complete the table and draw the graph. So this is the graph that you need to plot. So remember, if there are two equations, the graph will always be a straight line and you will get a point of intersection. The coordinates of the point of intersection will be the solution itself. I hope this is clear to you. Now without wasting time, we'll move on to the practice set 1.2, in which the first question is, you have two equations, x plus y is equal to 6 and x minus y is equal to 4. The question says solve the following simultaneous equations graphically. Now when we talk about graphical method, it is very simple. We plot the graph of the given equations and we identify the point of intersection, and as I said earlier, the coordinates of the point of intersection is the solution itself. So we'll go with the first equation, that is x plus y is equal to 6. In this, what I will do is I will take value of x as 0. If I put x as 0 in this equation, I don't have to solve this actually. If I put x as 0, y will be 6. So the coordinates are 0 comma 6. Now if I take y as 0, then x will be 6. So now the coordinates are 6 comma 0. Now we will look for another value. If I take x as 2, so the equation will be 2 plus y is equal to 6, which implies y is equal to 6 minus 2, which means y is equal to 4. So y turns out to be 4. The coordinates are 2 comma 4. Now to plot the graph, even if we have 3 points, it is sufficient, but if you want, you can find the fourth point as well. Now moving on to the next equation, that is x minus y is equal to 4. first I'll take x as 0. If I take x as 0, the equation will be minus y is equal to 4, which implies y is equal to minus 4. So y is equal to minus 4. The coordinates are 0 comma minus 4. Now I will take y as 0. If I take y as 0, then the equation will be, if I take y as 0, then x will be 4. X will be 4. Now we look for some other value for the third point. I'll erase this. Fine. Now if I take y as 2, if I take y as 2, the equation will be x minus 2 is equal to 4. Shift this minus 2 on the other side, which will give x as 6. X turns out to be 6. The coordinates are 4 comma 0, and for this the coordinate is 6 comma 2. Now we have the coordinates for both the equations. Now we will plot the graph. For the first equation, the first coordinate is 0 comma 6, which means x coordinate is 0 and y is plus 6. So this point, exactly at this position, this is 0 comma 6. The second point is 6 comma 0, which means x coordinate is 6 and y coordinate is 0. So this point, exactly at this position, this is 6 comma 0. And the third point is 2 comma 4, which means x coordinate is 2 and y is 4. So this is 2 on the x-axis and this is 4 on the y-axis. So exactly at this point is 2 comma 4. Now to plot the graph, we will join all the points in such a way that all the points lie on the given, on this line, like this. I'll extend the line. Make sure that the points lie on the line. Now this represents the first equation. We'll copy the equation. This is x plus y is equal to 6. I hope this is clear to you. Now I'll erase the coordinates. I'll erase the coordinates. After this, we will plot the graph for the second equation. The first coordinate is 0 comma minus 4. So this point, exactly at this position, this is 0 comma minus 4. The second point is 4 comma 0. So x coordinate is 4. This point, exactly at this position, this is 4 comma 0. And the third point is 6 comma 2. So x coordinate is 6 and y coordinate is 2. So this point, exactly at this position, this is 6 comma 2. Now to plot the graph, we will join all the points such that all the points lie on the line. All the points should lie on the line like this. Now this line represents the second equation. So we'll write the equation x minus y is equal to 4. I hope this is clear to you. Again, I'll erase the coordinates. I'll erase the coordinates. Now in question number 2, what we have to do is we have to find the solution using graphical method. So in graphical method, what we do is after plotting the graph, we identify the point of intersection. In this case, this point exactly at this position, this is the point of intersection. So we will find the coordinates x comma y. So if I drop a perpendicular from this point on the x-axis, this point is exactly 5 on the x-axis, and if I drop a perpendicular on y-axis, so this point is exactly 1. So I can say, if I say that the point of intersection is P, then the coordinate of P will be 5 comma 1. I hope this is clear to you. If you want, you can verify your answer using elimination method or substitution method, but the answer should be 5 comma 1. I hope this is clear to you. The second sum is, the first equation given to you is x plus y is equal to 5, and the second equation is x minus y is equal to 3. First we'll look at the first equation, that is x plus y is equal to 5. Again in the same way, I'll take x as 0, and in the second case I'll take y as 0. So we don't have to actually solve this. If x is 0, then y will always be 5. Therefore the coordinates are 0 comma 5. Now if I take y as 0, then x will be 5. Coordinates will be 5 comma 0. Now we'll look for some other value. if I take y as, let's say, if I take this as 1, then the equation will be x plus 1 is equal to 5, which means x is equal to 5 minus 1, which is 4. Therefore, x turns out to be 4. If I take y as 1, then x will be 4. Therefore, the coordinates are 4 comma 1. I hope this is clear to you. Again, I am repeating this. Even if you plot 3 points, it is sufficient to plot the graph for a straight line. But if you want, you can find 4 points and then plot the graph. It's up to you. Now moving on to the second equation. Again, uh, I can use x as 0 and y as 0. Same logic use करेंगे इसमें. If x is equal to 0, it means minus y is equal to 3, which means y is equal to minus 3. Minus sign has been shifted. So for x as 0, y should be minus 3. Therefore, the coordinates are 0 comma minus 3. Now, if I take y as 0, if I put y as 0, we don't have to solve this. X will be 3. X will be 3. So this is 3 comma 0. I hope this is clear to you. Now I'll use some other value for y. If I take y as 3, if I take y as 3, then the equation will be x minus 3 is equal to 3, which means x is equal to, shift this minus 3 on the other side. So 3 plus 3 will be 6. 3 plus 3 will be 6. Coordinates are 6 comma 3. Now we have 3 coordinates or 3 points for both the equations. So we'll plot the graph. First I'll go with the first equation, that is x plus y is equal to 5. The first coordinate is 0 comma 5, which means x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is plus 5. So exactly between 4 and 6 we have this point 5. This is point 5. So if I mark this point, this is your 0 comma 5. Now the second point is 5 comma 0, which means x coordinate is 5. So exactly on the x axis between 4 and 6, this point is 5. So if I mark this point, this will give me 5 comma 0. Now the last point for the first equation is 4 comma 1, which means x coordinate is 4 and y coordinate is 1. So on the x axis this is 4, and exactly between 0 and 2 on the y axis this point is 1. So if I mark this point, this will give me 4 comma 1. Now to plot the graph, what we will do is we will join the points in such a way that all the points lie on the same line, like this. I'll extend the line. Yes. Now this line represents the first equation. So copy the equation for this. X plus y is equal to 5. I hope this is clear to you. Now before plotting the graph for the second equation, I'll erase the coordinates. Fine. For the second equation, the first point is 0 comma minus 3. So it means x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is minus 3. So along the negative axis or negative y axis, I need to find minus 3. So exactly between minus 2 and minus 4, I have minus 3. So this point, this is 0 comma minus 3. I hope this is clear. The second point is 3 comma 0. So to plot 3 on the positive x axis, exactly between 2 and 4, this is my 3 comma 0. This point is 3 comma 0. Now the last point is 6 comma 3. So x should be 6 and y should be 3. This point is 3. 6 comma 3. 6 comma 3. This is the required point. This is 6 comma 3. Now to plot the graph, I will join all the points using this tool. Make sure that the points lie on the same line. This is very important. I'll extend the line, but make sure that the points are on the line itself. Now we know that this line represents the second equation. So I'll copy the equation. X minus y is equal to 3. X minus y is equal to 3. Again, I'll erase the coordinates for convenience. Fine. Now to find the solution, what did I say? The point of intersection of both the lines is the solution itself. So if you observe, this point is exactly the point of intersection and the coordinate is 4 comma 1. Now to find the point of intersection, what we do is we drop a perpendicular on the x-axis and then we drop a perpendicular on the y-axis. The point where the perpendicular intersects with the axis gives you the coordinate. So in this case, the point of intersection is 4 comma 1. So if I say the point of intersection is P, if I say the point of intersection is P, then the coordinates are 4 comma 1, which means for the given simultaneous equation, the solution is x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 1. I hope this is clear to you. We'll move on to the next question. In the next question, we have two equations, x plus y is equal to 0 and 2x minus y is equal to 9. Now see, if you observe the first equation, in this, if I use the same logic, taking x as 0 and y as 0, it will not help me. For example, if you want to check, if I take x as 0, if I take x as 0, then y is also 0. If I take y as 0, x is again 0. So I don't get two distinct points. So for this type of equation, we'll look for some other values other than 0 for x and y. So how to solve this? If I take x as 2, let's say if I take x as 2, then the equation will be 2 plus y is equal to 0, which implies y is equal to minus 2. Y is equal to minus 2. Therefore, the coordinates are 2 comma minus 2. I hope this is clear to you. Now, if I take x as 4, if I take x as 4, then the equation will be 4 plus y is equal to 0. Therefore, y is equal to minus 4. So, y will be minus 4. Now, if you observe the pattern, whatever the value of x is, the y coordinate is exactly negative to it. So, I can easily say if x is 6, then y will be minus 6. I hope this is clear to you. If you want, you can verify this. Therefore, the coordinates are 6 comma minus 6. Now, moving on to the next equation, that is 2x minus y is equal to 9. In this case, if I take y as 3, if I take y as 3, the equation will be 2x minus 3 is equal to 9. This will give me 2x is equal to minus 3 को shift करेंगे on the right hand side. So 9 plus 3 will be 12, which means x is equal to 6. Therefore, x का value is 6. So the coordinates are 6 comma 3. I'll just erase this rough work. Fine. Now we'll look for two more points. In this, if I put x is equal to 0, if I take x as 0, then the equation will be 2 into 0 minus y is equal to 9, which means minus y is equal to 9, which means y is equal to minus 9. So if I take x as 0, then y will be minus 9. Coordinates are 0 comma minus 9. I hope this is clear to you. Now to find some other value, if I take y as minus 3, if I put y as minus 3, therefore the equation will be 2x minus y को replace करेंगे with minus 3. So the equation is 2x minus minus 3 is equal to 9. So this is 2x plus 3 is equal to 9. Shift this plus 3 on the other side, which will give me 2x is equal to, now 9 minus 3 will be 6. Therefore, x is equal to 3. X turns out to be 3. Therefore, the coordinates are 3 comma minus 3. I hope the solution is clear to you. Now we have 3 points for both the equations. Now I'll start plotting the graph. We'll start with the first equation, that is x plus y is equal to 0. So the first point that we have is 2 comma minus 2. X coordinate is plus 2 and y coordinate is minus 2. So exactly this point, this is 2 comma minus 2. So we have the first point. Second point is 4 comma minus 4. So x is plus 4 and y is minus 4. So this point right here, this is 4 comma minus 4. I hope this is clear to you. The third point is 6 comma minus 6. So this point is 6 comma minus 6. I hope this is clear. To plot the graph, we will join all the lines in such a way that the points lie on the same line. Points lie on the same line. like this. I'll extend this as well. Make sure that the points lie on the same line. Now this particular line represents the first equation, that is x plus y is equal to 0. So just write the equation. Moving on to the next equation, the first coordinate is 6 comma 3. So x coordinate is 6 and y coordinate is 3. Acha. The y coordinate is 3. So along the positive y axis, exactly between 2 and 4, we have this point 3. This is point 3. So 6 comma 3, if you plot this on the graph, exactly at this position you will have 6 comma 3. I hope this is clear to you. Now the next point is, if I take y as x as 0, then y is minus 9. So x is 0, and to plot minus 9, exactly between minus 8 and minus 10, we have minus 9. So this is the required point. The coordinates are 0 comma minus 9. I hope this is clear to you. Now looking at the last point, that is 3 comma minus 3. Therefore the x coordinate is plus 3, exactly between 2 and 4, this is point 3. And if you want to plot minus 3 on the y axis, this is your minus 3. So before marking the point, I'll erase the coordinates. I'll just erase all the coordinates. Wait a minute. uh wait. Fine. Now the last point was 3 comma minus 3. If you plot this exactly at this point, here it is 3 comma minus 3. I hope this is clear to you. Now to plot the graph, we will join all the 3 points like this. Make sure that the points lie on the line. This is very important. Like this. I'll extend the line. Fine. Now this line represents the second equation. So I'll write the equation 2x minus y is equal to 9. Now again we need to find the solution for the given simultaneous equation. So what we will do is, we will identify the point of intersection. So clearly from this graph we can say that this point is the point of intersection. So if I say the point of intersection is point P, the coordinates are 3 comma minus 3. Therefore the solution for the given pair of equation is 3 comma minus 3. I hope this is clear to you. Moving on to the next question. Question number 4, we have two equations, 3x minus y is equal to 2, and the second equation is 2x minus y is equal to 3. We'll start solving this. In this particular equation, if I say, if I take x as 0, so I'll solve this. 3 into 0 minus y is equal to 2. So this will be minus y is equal to 2, which means y is equal to minus 2. So y is minus 2. So the coordinates are 0 comma minus 2. I hope this is clear to you. Now if I put y as, let's say, 1. If I take y as 1, then the equation will be 3x minus 1 is equal to 2. Shift this minus 1 on the other side. So 3x is equal to 3, which means x is equal to 1. X turns out to be 1. Therefore the coordinate is 1 comma 1. I hope this is clear to you till now. I'll erase this rough work. Now we need to find one more point. For that, if I take if I put if I take y as, let's say, which value will help. I'll go with 3. If I take y as 3, let's check what happens. 3x minus 3 is equal to 2. Shift this minus 3 on the other side, so this will give me 3x is equal to 5. Therefore x is equal to 5 by 3. So the value of x is a fraction, so this is not convenient for us to plot this on the graph, because the value of 5.3 is actually a decimal point. So we'll avoid using this value of y, that is 3. So I'll take y as 4. I'll take y as 4. Wait. This does not look like 4. If I take y as 4, then the equation will be 3x minus 4 is equal to 2. Shift this minus 4 on the other side. So this will be 3x is equal to 6. So x will be 2. X will be 2. Therefore, the coordinates are 2 comma 4. I hope this is clear to you. Now we'll move on to the next equation, that is 2x minus 1 is equal to 3. So for this particular equation, I'll take y as 3. So the equation will be 2x minus 3 is equal to 3, which means shift this minus 3 on the other side. So 2x is equal to 3 plus 3 will be 6. So x is equal to again 3. Wait, let me check this. 2x minus 3, so 2x is 6. Yes, x is equal to 3. The coordinates are 3 comma 3. I hope this is clear to you. Now we'll look for some other value. If I take x as 0, if I take x as 0, then 2 into 0 minus y will be 3, which means minus y is equal to 3, which implies y will be minus 3. Y will be minus 3. So coordinates are 0 comma minus 3. I hope this is clear to you. Now we'll look for some other value. Again, in this case, if I take if I take y as 0, then I will get the value of x as 3 by 2, which is 1.5. So if you want, you can plot the graph, but as I said, it is not convenient for us to plot decimal number, so we look for some other value. The other value will be, if I go with uh, 3 plus 9 will be 12. Yes, if I take, or if I take y as 1, if I take y as 1, then the equation will be 2x minus 1 is equal to 3, which means 2x is equal to, shift this minus 1 on the other side. So 3 plus 1 will be 4, which implies x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2. Therefore, the coordinates are 2 comma 1. So now we have 3 points for both the equations. I can easily plot the graph. So we'll start with the first equation. For the first equation, the first coordinate is 0 comma minus 2. So y coordinate is minus 2. This point exactly at this position, this is 0 comma minus 2. Now the second point is 1 comma 1. So exactly between 0 and 2 on the x-axis, this point is 1, and on the positive y-axis, exactly between 0 and 2, this is point 1. So if I mark this point, this will give me 1 comma 1. Now the last point is 2 comma 4. So x coordinate is 2 and y coordinate is 4. So this point exactly at this position, this is 2 comma 4. Now to plot the graph, I will join all the points. This is the required line. Make sure that the points lie on the line. This is very important. Now as I know, this line represents the first equation, so just copy the equation. 3x minus y is equal to 2. I hope this is clear to you. Before plotting the graph for the second equation, I'll remove the coordinates. If you look at the second equation, we have 3 points. First is 3 comma 3. So on the positive x-axis, exactly between 2 and 4, this point is 3, and on positive y-axis, exactly between 2 and 4, this point is 3. So 3 comma 3 is at this position. This point is 3 comma 3. Fine. The next point is 0 comma minus 3. So along the negative side of the y-axis, exactly between minus 2 and minus 4, this point is minus 3. So this point is 0 comma minus 3. I hope this is clear to you. The next point is 2 comma 1. So x coordinate is 2 and y coordinate is 1. So this point, this is 2 comma 1. This is 2 comma 1. To plot the graph, I will join all the lines in such a way that the points lie exactly on the line. like this. The graph looks like this. Fine. Now I'll again erase the coordinates. This line represents 2x minus y is equal to 3. Fine. Now to find the solution, what we do is we identify the point of intersection. If you look at this point, this is the point of intersection, right? To find the coordinates, what we do, we drop a perpendicular from the point of intersection on x and y axis. So if I drop a perpendicular on y axis, this point, it is minus 5 on y axis, and if I drop the perpendicular on the x axis, this point is minus 1. So the coordinate of the point of intersection, if I say P is the point of intersection, then the coordinates are minus 1 comma minus 5. I'll rewrite this. The x coordinate is minus 1. Therefore, for this given simultaneous equation, the solution is minus 1 comma minus 5. I hope this is clear to you. Fine. Now we have question number 5, in which we have two equations. We'll start with the first equation. The first equation is 3x minus 4y is equal to minus 7. So this equation is a bit different, a bit complicated, but still we'll look for the solution. Put y as, let's say, 2. So what will happen if I take y as 2? The equation will be 3x minus 4 into 2 is equal to minus 7, which means 3x minus 8 is equal to minus 7. So 3x will be minus 7. Shift this minus 8 on the other side. So minus 7 plus 8. So this will be 1. So 3x is equal to 1. X turns out to be 1 upon 3. Now again x turns out to be a fraction. The value of 1 upon 3 will be a decimal. So it is not convenient for us to plot the graph. So I'll look for some other value. So see, this is all trial and error. We need to find the coordinates, right? So we'll look for some other value. If I solve the first equation, in this the equation is 3x minus 4y is equal to minus 7. Now this equation appears to be a bit complicated. So let's see. If I put x is equal to 0, then I'll get the value as minus 7 upon minus 4, which will again give me a decimal number. If I take y as 0, so this will be minus 7 upon 3. So I think that for this particular equation, we'll get a value which is in decimal format. Fine, so for this particular question, we'll use a decimal point. If I take x as 1, if I take x as 1, so the equation will be 3 into 1 minus 4y is equal to minus 7. So this will be 3 minus 4y is equal to minus 7. So minus 4y is equal to minus 7 minus 3, which means minus 4y is equal to minus 10. So y is equal to 10 upon 4. Minus minus will get cancelled, and this will be 5 by 2, which is 2.5. So if the value of x is 1, then y is 2.5. So the coordinates are 1 comma 2.5. I hope this is clear to you. I'll erase this. Fine. Now we'll look for some other value. In this, if I take uh, x as 0, if I take x as 0, then the equation will be 3 into 0 will be 0. So I'll write this 3 into 0 minus 4y is equal to minus 7, which means minus 4y is equal to minus 7, which implies y is equal to minus 7 upon minus 4. Minus minus will get cancelled. And if you divide 7 by 4, so the value will turn out to be something 1.75. Yes, the value is 1.75. So the coordinates are 0, comma 1.75. I hope this is clear to you. There's a like for this given equation, the answers are in decimal point, so no issue with this. Till now we could look for some other alternates, but fine. For this particular equation, we'll go with decimal points. Now I need to find one more point, so I'll take y is equal to 0, y as 0. So the equation will be 3x minus 4 into 0 is equal to minus 7. So this will be 3x is equal to minus 7. So x will be minus 7 divided by 3. So the value will be minus, if I divide 7 by 3. So this will be, I guess, this will be something 2.3 and something. So I'll round off this to minus 2.3. Fine. So x will be minus 2.3. Coordinates are minus 2.3 comma 0. I hope this is clear to you. Interesting sum. Now we'll move on to the second equation. In this, if I take y, if I say x is 0, so the equation will be 5 into 0 minus 2y is equal to 0. So this will be minus 2y is equal to 0, which means shift this 2 on the other side. So y is equal to 0 minus 0 point minus 2, which is 0. So the first point is 0 comma 0. This is the origin itself. This is the origin itself. Fine, no issue with this. The first point is the origin itself. We'll look for some other values as well. Now if I take y as 1, if I put, or we'll look for some other value. If I put x as 2, let's say if I take x as 2, then the equation will be 5 multiplied with 2 minus 2y is equal to 0. So this will be 5 into 2 is 10 minus 2y is equal to 0. Shift this minus 2 on the other side. So the equation will be 10 is equal to 2y, which means y is equal to 10 by 2. So y turns out to be 5. Fine, this is good. 2 comma 5. The coordinates are 2 comma 5. We can plot this easily. Again, I'll erase this for rough work. Here it goes. Now we need one more point to find the second, to find the third point. If I take x as 4, पहले हमने 2 लिया था, this time I'll go with 4. So 5 into 4 minus 2y is equal to 0. So shift this minus 2y in the next step. 5 into 4 is 20, and if I shift minus 2y on the other side, so this is 2y, which means y is equal to 20 divided by 2, so this is 10. Again, it is fine, we can easily plot this. Y turns out to be 10, therefore the coordinates are 4 comma 10. Now we have 3 points for both the equations. First we'll go with the first equation. The first point is 1 comma 2.5. So x is 1, exactly between 0 and 2, this point is 1, and we need to find 2.5. So on the y-axis, if you look at exactly between 2 and 4, this point is 3, this point is 3. Now 2.5 lies between 2 and 3. So if you look at this point, this is 2.5. So we need 1 comma 2.5. So this point exactly at this position, this is 1 comma 2.5. I hope this is clear to you. Now the next point is 0 comma 1.75. So x coordinate is 0. I'll erase the coordinates. I'll erase this. Fine. Now the second point is 0 comma 1.75. So to find 1.75, exactly between 0 and 2 we have this point, that is 1. So 1.75, of course 1.75 is less than 1.75. So this point, this is 1.5. If you move, I'll just zoom it. If you look at this is 1.5, and if you move 2 points exactly at this position, this will give you 1.75. This will give you 1.75. I hope this is clear to you. I'll just zoom out. The next point is minus 2.3. Minus 2.3. So I'll just mark this again. This is 1.7. Next point is minus 2.3. Okay, so in this case, x coordinate is minus 2.3. So this is minus 2 and this point is minus 3. So 2.3 lies between minus 2 and minus 3. So we'll again zoom in. If you look at the graph, exactly at this point will be minus 2 comma minus 2.3 comma 0. I hope this is clear to you. Now before zooming out, I'll plot the graph so that there is no confusion. I'll again draw this. That was 1.75 somewhere at this point. I'll use this tool again. Join the points like this. Make sure that the points lie on the same line. Fine. So this line represents the first equation. I'll write the equation. Wait a minute. This represents 3x minus 4y is equal to minus 7. I hope this is clear to you. Looking at the next equation, the coordinates are 0 comma 0. Achha, so the first point is exactly the origin, so no issue with this. Second point is 2 comma 5. So exactly at this point on the positive x-axis, this is 2 and 5 lies between 4 and 6. This point is 5. So 2 comma 5 will be at this point. I'll mark this. This is 2 comma 5. Now the third point is 4 comma 10. So x coordinate is 4. This is 4 and 10 is at this position. So 4 comma 10, if I mark this exactly at this position, this is 4 comma 10. I hope this is clear to you. Now to plot the graph, I'll join all the points using this tool. I'll join all the points like this. Let me extend this. Make sure that the points lie on the same line like this. Now this line represents the second equation. I'll write the equation. 5x minus 2y is equal to 0. Now to find the solution, we'll look at the point of intersection. We'll look at the point of intersection. So how to find this? We'll have to zoom in to find this. Fine. So this point, exactly at this point, this is the point of intersection. We'll zoom out. Again, I'll zoom in. Fine. So if you look at this, if I drop the perpendicular from this point on the x-axis, so this is not exactly 1. This turns out to be, I guess, 0.9 something. It is 0.9 something, I guess. And to plot the y, if you look at y, then this is 2. This point is 2. This is 2.5. So I can say I'll round off this to 2.5. I will round off this to 2.5. And let's say I'll just zoom out of this. Now in this case, the point of intersection, as I say, if I take P as point of intersection, so according to this, the answer is 0.9, comma 2.5, but in your book the answer is given to you as 1, comma 2.5. So if you look at this, there is a slight difference. The answer in the book is 1 and the answer that we get from the graph is 0.9. So I would say practice this question. It may happen that you may get the answer exactly as 1, because even if you look at my answer, there is only a slight difference. Practice this question. Make sure that you practice this question number 5, and if your answer is exactly 1, please let me know in the comment section. Fine, so this was the 5th question. Now we'll move on to the last question of this exercise, that is 6th question. In this, the first equation is 2x minus 3y is equal to 4. In this, if I put x as 0, or if I take let me check, if I take y as 0, if I put y is equal to 0, then the equation will be 2x minus 3 into 0 will be 0 is equal to 4. So this will be 2x is equal to 4, which will give me x as 2. So x turns out to be 2. The first coordinate is 2 comma 0. We can plot this easily. Next, now if I take if I take x as, let's say, 1, if I take x as 1, so the equation will be 2 into 1 will be 2 minus 3y is equal to 4, which means minus 3y is equal to 4 minus 2, which will give me minus 3y is equal to 2. So y will be 2 upon 3 minus. So if you divide 2 by 3, the answer will be minus 0.6. I round off this to 0.6 so that I can plot the graph. So for x as 1, the value of y is 0.6. Coordinates are 1 comma minus 0.6. I hope this is clear to you. Now I'll take y as 1. If I take y as 1, so the equation will be, I'll erase this rough work so that I can solve the next question, the next value. If I take y as 1, the equation will be 2x minus 3 is equal to 4. Shift this minus 3 on the other side. So 2x will be 4 plus 3 will give me 7, which means x is equal to 7 by 2. The value is exactly 3.5. Fine, so x turns out to be 3.5. The coordinates are 3.5 comma 1. I hope this is clear to you. You just have to be very precise when it comes to the calculation. And of course, if the equations are of such type in which the values are in decimal, so it is a bit difficult, but no issue with this. If you practice, you can solve it. We'll look at the second equation now. For the second equation, if I put y as 0, then the equation will be minus x is equal to 4, which means x is equal to minus 4. So x ka value will be minus 4. This is the first point. Now if I take x as 0, if I take, will not take x as 0, I look for something else. If I take x as 2, if I put x as 2, then the equation will be 3y minus 2 is equal to 4, which means 3y is equal to minus 2 को shift करेंगे on the right hand side, so this will be 6. So y will give me, so y will be 6 by 3, that is 2. So the next coordinate is 2 comma 2. I hope this is clear to you. For the next value, if I take y as 1, if I take y as 1, so the equation will be 3 into 1 minus x is equal to 4, which will be 3 minus x is equal to 4. Shift this minus x on the other side and bring this minus bring this plus 4 on the left hand side. So the equation will be 3 minus 4 is equal to x. So x will be minus 1. X will be minus 1. So coordinates are minus 1 comma 1. Fine. So we have the coordinates. So I can easily plot the graph. Fine. So we have the 3 points for the simultaneous equations. We'll start with the first equation. The first coordinate is 2 comma 0. So this point exactly, at this point, this is 2 comma 0. The second point is 1 comma minus 6. Acha, for before plotting this, I'll go with the third point, that is 3.5 comma 1. So 3.5 is exactly at this point. Now for the second point, I need to zoom in. The coordinate is 1 comma minus 0.6. This is 1 and 0.6 is exactly at this point. So this point is 1 comma minus 0.6. I'll join the points to plot the graph. Make sure that the points lie on the point. Fine. So this line represents the first line. I'll copy the first equation. This was 2x minus 3y is equal to 4. Now we'll move on to the second equation. We'll plot the graph for the second equation, in which the first point is minus 4 comma 0. So this point exactly at this position, this is minus 4 comma 0. Before doing this, I'll erase the coordinates of the first line. Fine. The second point is 2 comma 2. So if I plot 2 comma 2, it is exactly at this point. 2 comma 2. This is 2 comma 2. Now the third point is minus 1 comma 1. Minus 1 comma 1. So minus 1 is exactly at this point, and plus 1 is at this point. I'll zoom in. I'll zoom in for accurate marking of the coordinate. This is minus 1. This is minus 1 and this was plus 1 on the y-axis. So if I mark this point, this is this point is minus 1 comma 1. So now to plot the graph, we will join all the points. Make sure that the points lie on the same line like this. I'll extend this line in this direction as well. Fine. I'll just zoom out. I hope this is clear to you. I'll again erase the coordinates. I'll erase the coordinates. We don't need this. Fine. If you look at the point of intersection, it is exactly at this point. So first we'll write the equation. The second line represents, this line represents 3y minus x is equal to 4. We need to zoom in to find out the point of intersection. If you look at this point, if I drop a perpendicular to this, like this, so this is 7.5 and this is 3.7 something. So if you look at the coordinates of the point of intersection, they turn out to be 7.5 comma 3.7. So according to my graph, the answer is 7.5 comma 3.7, but in the book the answer is 8 comma 4. Now again I am repeating, the slight difference in the answer is due to inaccuracy. I don't have proper scale and pencil, so there is a chance that I have made some mistake while drawing the line, but still, when you plot the graph, it is my suggestion use a sharp pencil. If you use a sharp pencil, you will get the exact and accurate value. I won't change this. The graph will be same. My value is 7.5 comma 3.7, which is in decimal, but the answer in your book is 8.4. So I would suggest to solve this again and try to find the answer. If your answer turns out to be 8 comma 4, let me know in the comment section. So this was all about the graphical method by which we can find the solution of a simultaneous equation. Now again I am repeating the question number 5, question number 2, in which question number 5 and question number 6, in this we have decimal values. In this we have decimal values. So because of this there was some slight difference in my value. The coordinate of the point of intersection was different. I have given you the answer that is given in your book. So my suggestion is use a sharp pencil, plot the graph, and let me know if your answer is exactly same as given in your book, and I hope that the answer will be correct. This was all about practice set 1.2.